Attention, Pantherland fans. A bombshell report has just dropped, and you won't believe it. A massive statement from Nathan Cleary has sent the entire Penrith Panthers fanbase into meltdown over his future at the club. Some fans are already celebrating. But before I break down all the details of this story that's setting the Penrith camp on fire, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because this is where you get the hottest, most urgent, and up-to-date Penrith Panthers news before anyone else. The situation started becoming dramatic the moment Ivan Cleary officially confirmed that he will step down as head coach of the Penrith Panthers at the end of the 2027 NRL season. That news alone had already caused massive concern among the fans. After all, we're talking about the man who helped turn Penrith into a historic powerhouse of modern rugby league. And of course, all of that success has always been deeply connected to Nathan Cleary. That's exactly why Nathan's latest comments exploded like a bombshell across the NRL world. In an interview with AAP, Nathan Cleary admitted for the very first time that the possible arrival of Peter Wallace as head coach could actually influence his decision to stay at the club. The statement was short, but incredibly powerful. "It's not something I've thought about too much, but potentially," Cleary said when asked whether Peter Wallace becoming coach could help convince him to remain at Penrith. That one sentence alone was enough to completely shake the club's internal landscape. Cleary also went out of his way to praise Peter Wallace, reflecting on the years they played together and highlighting the enormous respect he has for the former halfback. "Wall's the type of bloke anyone would want to play for. It was a pleasure playing alongside him." Nathan made it crystal clear that Peter Wallace possesses something rare within the NRL environment: complete respect from the players. And that matters a lot, because replacing Ivan Cleary might be the toughest job in modern Australian rugby league. For weeks, many people believed Ivan Cleary's departure would basically begin the countdown toward Nathan Cleary eventually leaving as well. Now, the situation suddenly feels very different. And Peter Wallace might be about to become the most important man in this entire story. Because if he truly takes over the club, and if he manages to convince Nathan Cleary that Penrith is still the best place to continue his career, then the Panthers may survive Ivan's departure without losing their biggest superstar. Now I want your honest opinion, Pantherland fans. Do you believe Peter Wallace is the right man to replace Ivan Cleary? And most importantly, do you think Nathan Cleary will remain at the Penrith Panthers for the coming years? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion is incredibly important to the entire Panthers community. Round pushpin. And in the latest developments, Panthers fans, something else has surfaced that's causing massive discussion around the club. Another key player has delivered another bombshell statement. And the man who delivered that message was Mitch Kenny. Mitch Kenny's comments were far more than just a routine player backing the club's decision. Far from it. The Panthers hooker publicly showed complete confidence in the club's succession plan, openly supporting Peter Wallace as the future head coach from 2028 onwards. According to Kenny, the change represents a natural progression within the system built at Penrith. And that particular word caught everyone's attention: natural. That's because one of the biggest fears among the fans was the possibility of a major breakdown following Ivan Cleary's departure. When sporting dynasties come to an end, it's usually because somebody tries to change everything at once: new coach, new philosophy, new methods, and a completely different identity. Many clubs lose the very essence that made them successful in the first place. Mitch Kenny made it very clear while praising Wallace's understanding of the team system. For the players, he doesn't look like someone arriving from the outside trying to reinvent everything. Instead, he appears to be someone prepared to keep Penrith's competitive identity alive. That's why Kenny's comments had such a huge impact on the fan base. The hooker practically revealed that the squad genuinely believes Wallace is the right man to protect the club's winning culture beyond 2027. And perhaps that's the most important detail in this entire story. Because major crises usually begin when the dressing room becomes divided. When internal doubts appear. When important players stop trusting the club's direction. But Kenny's statements show a squad that remains united, confident, and fully prepared to support the organization's next chapter. That brings a sense of calm to the fans during an incredibly delicate moment. Of course, there are still doubts. The pressure will be enormous. Peter Wallace will inherit a massive responsibility if he officially takes over the Panthers. There's no adjustment period at a club that expects to compete for premierships every single season. Now I want your honest opinion once again, Pantherland fans. Do you believe Peter Wallace is truly ready to take charge of the Penrith Panthers after Ivan Cleary's departure? And do you think support from players like Mitch Kenny can help the club keep this winning era alive? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion means everything to the Panthers community. And of course, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any urgent news, bombshell updates, or behind-the-scenes information about the Penrith Panthers and the entire NRL.